Hey everyone, my name is Ken, and today I am going to be playing a bunch of bootleg Sonic ROMs and maybe even a few homebrews. So the games I'm going to be playing today is Finger DDR, Sonic 3D Blast 5, 7 Granddad, Sonic NES Volume 2, World Heroes 2 Pro, Windows 98, and Mantle. So the first game we're going to be starting off with is Finger DDR. So this game was developed by a small bootleg team called Comic Team. I'm sure you're probably going to know who these are if you've learned about bootlegs before. Now, this is based on Finger DDR, which was a Game Boy game. And a lot of the games I'm going to be playing in this video are famous for vine sauces. Now one thing that's surprising to me about this game are the very vibrant visuals. Now I'm sure if you guys were watching this video and you don't know anything about bootleg games, you're just gonna say this is a copy of FNF or DDR. DDR, you're correct, but FNF you're not. In fact, fun fact about this game, there's a guy called Somari Gen 6 who actually made a ROM hack where he replaces all the characters with Sonic ones. So yeah, you can like reset I think this guy is a Sanrio character or something. Maybe from Hello Kitty. You can also restart it some more times. For example, I think this guy is Pingu, but I don't know if Pingu was made this early. So yeah, you guys won't be mad interested in this game. So now we're gonna be doing another one. So this one is essentially just Sonic 3D Blast 5. So the same team who made Finger DDR, they actually made this game too. kind of hate on this game and some like this game. The reason that it's so hated is because most of the movement feels staged. So you saw how I went up the slope, right? In Sonic, it actually feels like the physics is real. But in this one, it feels like it's scripted. I mean, like, it's puppet. It honestly feels like a puppet show, playing some Mario and stuff. That's why a lot of people don't like the game that much. It's still a fairly competent recreation of the actual Sonic Hedgehog. In fact, dare I say, quite impressive. Special stages in this game, I think. Yeah, there are. But there's no use going into any of them. Because you won't get anything like Chaos Emerald or something. Instead, what happens is it's just a random play zone. Because you can get emeralds and you won't even get any score. Oh yeah, one thing I was mentioning is that they were either hella proud of this game because they rehacked it a lot. So the next game we're going to go on to is Doraemon. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm changing all stuff on the list here. Doraemon isn't a hack of the last game exactly. It's just a Somali hack. It's probably the most extensive hack, but also the most obscure to find. Because I guarantee you could scroll on the internet all you want, and you would never be able to find it wrong. In fact, the only good places you can use to look for most of the wrong things like BDR and Doraemon, I suggest you to go somewhere on Internet Archive. Because the game aren't on any average ROM sites or anything. You have to scour the Internet Archive to find this. In fact, same for Granddad and Finger EDR. In fact, there are two other Windows versions I got off of Internet Archive. The NES version and stuff like that. Now, one thing I'm feeling is that this Somari is kind of better to control. He doesn't feel clunky like Sonic or anything. So as you're seeing, the game does not look very good at all. In fact, yeah, my keyboard's kind of sticky right now. There's a lot of input lag and stuff. Yeah, it's probably this one, so I'm skipping on. So, game we are going to go to is Samari. The root for all of these bootlegs games. So fun fact about Samari, it was made by the same people who made and games like that. The most impressive one that made is Samari because for an anime, this is quite impressive. So basically, in the game, Samari is like essentially Samari is trying to be a parody, like not just one of those cheap knockoffs, but it was a very good parody of Sonic 1. In fact, if you look up on how original parts of Samari look, like thanks to this technology, not by some cheap like manufacturer, you'll see that they actually look quite nice. In fact, they even have their own graphics design. It's actually quite impressive. This is the Samari original part, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Now, one thing about all of these bootleg games that's made off of Samari and Samari itself is that the games do have this weird habit. Essentially, a lot of the most unprecedented things will happen in this game. I am not kidding on you. It's true. And one thing I also have to say, a lot of the bootleg games shown here, essentially it was sort of like quoting with Undertale. And if you don't understand, Undertale was created on hope. Undertale, the only reason Undertale was even working was because it was being cultivated on hopes and dreams and bunch of bad code lines and stuff. But this game hadn't even used devices created in Samari and everything because Toby Fox, the creator of it, they at least had proper materials and tools to make the game. So meanwhile, Samari, bro, they had to go. God knows what they did just to develop this game. And honestly, I kind of respect that. So yeah, as you can see, the game was so fun. There's so much of the movement also being staged and like bro, feels like a puppet show. Samari, there was a lot of weird features that never made the cutting other rooms. Like for example, in the Green Hill Zone, the invincibility management field, but in other rooms, the lot of power is only in fact, in Flame Yard, over like 90% of the game like 70%, 80% of the game does not have any sort of power up other than wind. I'm not kidding. In fact, the only thing I can think of is that there is a powder. It's like, now the next game we're going to move on to is probably something more acceptable. Ah, yes. Sonic NES improvement. Yeah, I know what happened. The sound chip just went on me, I guess. So this sounds more identical to the Genesis, and this copy of Sonic NES Improvement actually plays way better than any of the bootlegs or the first volume. In fact, the movement still kind of feels good, but in a way it's still good. The audio sounds very bare bones. It's just because I don't have an EPSM driver, and that's what's needed for this game, I guess. Hold on, let me just reset. So yeah, one thing about this game is that it's actually pretty impressive. Because I don't think there's a disassembly of Samari yet. Because why would someone want to disassemble a bootleg game? In fact, this version of the game is actually quite OP because it removes the roll block. And yeah, as you're seeing right now, this actually looks so good. In fact, if I'm correct, I think Scrap Brain is in this version also. So yeah, you can also turn super in this game. Also, I apologize because I'm also going to play this game for a long time. I'm sorry that my PNG tuber isn't here. Essentially, I deleted the program by accident, and I might reinstall it later. So yeah, you don't have to worry about my PNG tuber being gone forever. So by the next video, I'll either have a new PNG tuber or I'll still have my old one. So yeah, you're seeing why I like the game so much. It still has the iconic Sonic speed, and the speed doesn't even feel that staged or forced anymore. About the sprites, I think Sonic Sprite is more Sonic 3 based, but that's kind of okay. But that's okay because almost all of the games are implemented from this one. Alright. Glad my eyes are good. If I hadn't spotted that, I wouldn't have had the emerald at all. Now it's a boss zone, I think. Yeah, I think that that's it. Ooh, nice. Okay, that kind of felt clean, but not so smooth. I mean, this was hacked off of a bootleg, so yeah. Yeah, so I feel like I'm kind of playing this too much. I feel like in some time I'll try and play another version of this. Now we're going to move on to this weirder bootleg. This was not made by Somari. This bootleg is called World Heroes 2. I think it was made by a bootlegger company called Sony. And yeah. You can see this game is not as good as any of the others. Yeah, as you can see, the AIs are very spammy and stuff. I don't know if that little had cough on it. That's Bowser. see the game's kind of like screwed up. Yeah, I won. But in this game, Mario has a very, very double KO. That's something I didn't know would happen in a fight. After this fight, we're just going to move on to the next two games. How the hell is Mario fighting? Okay, I'm genuinely that was unfathomable. How was the AI so dumb? He was jumping into my actual attack. See this? I'm not even intending to do anything. Non-existent features in our camera. And yeah, I think you guys can see where I got Mario 15 different. game. Ah, yes. Let me Granddad. Please stop. Oh my god, yeah, I'm cringe as hell, bro. This still uses Flint. I think that's his name. Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't know shit about this game, so apologies. Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to get through that. Yeah, well, that was short-lived. Sorry. Now we're going to be playing Mentor. So yeah, this game is sort of an engine or something. Because it's trying to mimic Manfred from Deltarune, obviously. Now we found a sword, I guess. Get stronger, I guess. Here I think we're supposed to be Panda. Oops. Alright. So now, that was a good one. Now we're going to be moving on to, out of everything, Windows 98 for the NES. And yeah, as you can see, we started off as someone. Hold on, guys. I'll be with you. It just needs a figure. Subor keyboard. Yup. So now we have the keyboard enabled, I think. So yeah. Since we have a keyboard, I guess, there's one thing we can do. Alright, so we have this now. So sorry, I was taking a long time. We have Windows 95 inside of this bootleg. Now, one thing I have to tell you guys is this bootleg is probably the most useless thing I've seen. You know how? It's not useful for anything that Microsoft computers are useful for. It's not useful for any sort of thing that you'd imagine. Like, it's not useful for work or anything. Because, one, you can't just bring your NES to your office. Two, this does not have any sort of internet connection. And it's like, this just has a series of screens. Oh, there's paint here. I mean, there is paint. Adobe Photoshop. Hold on. So, yeah. Hold on, guys. So yeah, I apologize if this video just seemed boring or something. Now let's check out Internet Explorer. Sohu.com. Guys, give me a sec. I need to fact check that. Oh. It's a Chinese internet company. Now let's check out some of the files on this thing. In fact, I doubt this has anything good on it. Or at least needed. So, A drive. What's in the A drive? Okay, I know this is just the monk. Yeah, it is. Okay. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, oh crap, my emulator crashed. So, yeah. Now, either way, on to the last ROM. Windows 2000. I'm pretty sure this is just the same ROM as before. Only a few things are changed. Ooh, this has solitaire. Yeah, I don't really know Chinese that much. So now I'm out of the program. Great. What's this? Brave. Huh? I'm just stuck here. What's this? Is this some sort of debugger or something? Or Windows 3.1. Yes, what? Okay, so, this is a very, very weird ROM. What I have to say. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Bye!